Hello, my name's Deborah and I go to Brownies and Guides in Ongar in Essex. Today we're going to look at making some Christmas cards for you. Now, here's one I made earlier. Ooh. And here's another version of the same card. They're very simple and you don't need much in the way of bits and pieces. You will need a pair of scissors, a pencil, and a Pritt stick. And then the materials you'll need for the card itself, a piece of A4 card, no, A5 card, half an A4 card that's going to make the base of the card, and a piece of green card, or in this case I use red, and in this one I actually used a pre-made card, card blank, so that you could choose to do that. But easier things about the house. The other thing you need is a magazine. I've chosen here, this is a freebie magazine telling me about lots of Christmas food. So it's nice bright pictures. Okay, once you've got all those bits and pieces, you can get started. First thing, take your piece of card and fold it in half to make your Christmas card. Good start. Nice firm crease down the edge. Okay. The next thing is to make the stripy bits for the Christmas tree, the pattern. The other thing you could use, of course, is Christmas wrapping paper. If you've got some old Christmas wrapping paper that Mum doesn't mind you cutting up. So, take your magazine or your wrapping paper. Get your pair of scissors. A bit out. Doesn't matter if it's got words on it, doesn't matter if it's got pictures, doesn't really matter what it is. There we go, there's a bit. And it needs to be, you need to cut strips that are smaller than your card in a cross. So I'm just going to cut a couple of strips here. Now, it's best not to use strips from all the same picture because that'd be just like a jigsaw, making the picture up again. So I've got a couple from there, and here's some I've cut earlier. So I've got some with bits of fruit on, bits of cheese on. Not that you'll recognise them in the final picture, but a whole lot of strips. Next thing is get your Pritt stick, and you're going to stick your strips to the front of your card. So I'm just going to Pritt stick all over the front part of that card, so it makes it nice and sticky. Oh, there we go, nice and sticky. And get my strips and stick them across. Changing the colours around, changing the pictures around. There, see how it's going? Oh, let's have that one. It's got oranges in. I like oranges. Oranges and cranberries, I think. So that you're building up a pattern that's made of whatever your picture. The one I showed you earlier, this one, was made from a clothing catalogue, so they were all dresses and bits and pieces like that. So there we go. I've got all my bits stuck down now. Okay, can you see that? Next thing to do is to make the frame. So take your piece of green card and you're going to draw, well, I've done a Christmas tree, but it didn't have to be a Christmas tree. So just draw yourself a Christmas tree shape on the front. You're going to cut it out and it's going to be a frame. So it's not the Christmas tree you're cutting out, it's the framey bit around it. So can you see that? Not, oh yes you can, just about. Okay, I'll go over that in a pen so that you can definitely see that. So you can see, it doesn't have to be nice straight lines. This one, I did a sort of wibbly wobbly Christmas tree. Doesn't matter what you do, it's up to you, it's your card, it's your design. Let's do that in pen. There we go. How's that? Okay, so now you've cut that, now you've drawn it, you need to cut it out. You're going to cut out this bit. This is the waist and this is the bit you want. So, easiest way to do that is to bend the card like so and cut, little cut in the middle. So right in the middle of that Christmas tree, you've got a hole now. My hole? Right. Then you get hold of the tree and the scissors, and you're going to cut along the lines that you've drawn. You're nearly there. It doesn't take very long, this card. So cut right the way along the lines. Takes a little bit longer to do the cutting than any other bit. So bear with me. I should have had another one that I'd made earlier perhaps. But gives you a chance to cut while I'm cutting. What, cut a little bit far there, can you see? A little bit far. Whoops, I can't show you. There we go. There, a little bit far. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world or that important. So long as you have got a frame that's roughly the shape that you intended it to be. As I say, this is a Christmas tree. So there we go. Pull it out. One frame. Now this side of the frame, you can see it's still got some of the drawing lines on it. So that's going to be the back. So what you do is you're going to put pressed it on the back. All over it, remembering to go into the points if you cut points. You could cut a bauble, just a circle shape if you wanted. Draw around something. That would be easier. So, sticky. Take your card front. Oh, mine's got an extra bit of there on it. And you're going to put the two together. So, very carefully, just pop your Christmas tree down on the front. There we go. And there is my Christmas tree card. All ready to send. Well, not quite. It's got some sticky out bits. So I'm just going to carefully trim those down so that you can't see them. There we go. And that, ooh, the sun's shining on again. That is your Christmas tree, Christmas card.